Alright, welcome back to a miserable pile of secrets, but enough talk, have at you. But I'm also a nihilist, so it might work out way better for me than most people, to be fair.
Yeah.
I don't think most people were good with just being content about things. I think most people were like, I want my life to be better, where I'm like, eh.
This is adequate.
I'm the guy who pushes the boulder up to the top of the hill, and once I get right to the top, it rolls back down, and I'm like, alright, time to push it back up again.
Yeah, no, that's you. That's you.
Actually, no. It's more of I've found joy in the understanding that it's almost comical how fucked it is. That's more where I am. It's more like I push it all the way up to the top of the hill, I see it roll back down, I laugh really hard, and I go, let's do it again. Alright, it's gotta get up there. Let's see where it goes.
Life is pain.
Life is pain. Hopefully it will roll down and crush me some year, but until then, it's almost comical in its levels of bullshit.
Yeah?
Ah, man. This episode took a weird turn.
Yeah.
It's alright. What's the thing that gets us out of trouble in YouTube? If you're dealing with any problems, just Google how to kill yourself, and it will bring you a suicide hotline. I love telling that to people. Instead of telling them to look up a suicide hotline, I tell them to go Google how to kill themselves. Because it will just give them a suicide hotline. Because Google's fucking stupid. I told you this. I was talking to Miranda, and she was like, yeah, if you Google anything about killing yourself, then it'll give you a suicide hotline. I'm like, that's because you're a fool and you're using Google. Use Bing! Bing will tell you what you need to know. And she's just like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you don't know the meme that's just like, if you ask Google anything, it will try and convince you not to do it, and if you ask Bing, it will give you like step-by-step instructions on how to.
You've seen the how to get rid of headaches, Bing versus Google,
Yep.
and it's like Google, actual reason, Bing, and it's the fucking like 5 guys trying to do the the thing where you grab one ball and it bounces back and forth in the string. It's literally guys doing that, but with humans. And it's just like, this is the dumbest thing ever, but this is 100% how Bing would tell you to get rid of a headache.
Bing is honestly, no, I'm gonna be fucking real with people. Bing is better at getting you what you want to find than Google is.
Yeah.
It actually is. Because Google is all paid for now.
Yes.
So anything that's at the top is like whoever paid the most to be at the top, essentially.
Yeah.
So like, Bing gets you way more of like what you're actually looking for when you go and look up how to do shit. That being said, I still use Google because, like, who the fuck uses Bing? But
only a fucking weirdo would use Bing.
But it was funny. I was on YouTube. No, not YouTube. I was on Jesus Christ. I was at Thanksgiving, and I was just like, me and my sister were talking about that, and I was just like, look up how to hang yourself. And she looks up how to hang yourself on Google, and it just gives you the suicide hotline. And I'm like, see, you're a fool, you should use Bing. And I Bing it, how to hang yourself. And the first thing is a step-by-step image of how to do it in detail of like, step-by-step hand-drawn, how it should look on every step. And I'm just like, see, Bing way better than Google. Now, not only are you not a real boy, you're a jackass. And a puppet.
Jack.
Or as the French would say, a poupette.
You can knock bouncing off them. Oh, I see what it means.
Through you, Derek?
I'll pretend to.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know. But what is a man?
Miserable
But a
pile
miserable pile of secrets. But enough talk.
How about
How about thee?
Mother!
if, hear me out, what if all of Kingdom Hearts
literature
was just a dream?
Well, it is a dream drop distance, Chris.
What if everything was, you see, because, you know, I've been looking really deep into the conspiracy theories, and I'm pretty sure a good one is that this is all a dream. Because, like, what child would be able to talk to cartoon characters if it wasn't for the fact that he's dreaming while in a coma? God, I love theories. They're so well thought out.
There was somebody, the trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4 has dropped.
Yeah.
And, there was a trailer, and in the trailer, they go, it's a real life fucking Soros sitting there talking to a fucking duck and a dog, and everybody in the street's just like, what's wrong with this kid? The fuck's wrong with this kid?
Yeah, I'm sure, I think we talked about it in the last time we recorded, but, the realistic, air quotes, trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4 or whatever.
Yes.
There was one dude who posted an image that was just like, wow, the new Kingdom Hearts is looking great, and it's literally a child cosplaying as Sora next to a duck and a dog that were just put Goofy outfits on, Donald Duck outfits on, and then and just like photoshopped into the streets of New York City. And I'm just like, it does look like this. It looks great. It looks exactly like this.
I got high jump. I can now get high. Jump.
Finally. Hello, I'm Ansem the Young.
And Ansem the Pretty.
And I am Ansem the Pretty.
This isn't possible.
Anything is possible when you're making shit up.
A hollow puppet that's managed to grow a heart. Just imagine that.
Pinocchio isn't anything like you nobodies.
I wasn't talking about Pinocchio.
Should be given one. Shouldn't you be able to have a heart inside you too?
That's funny. I am merely a vessel for the darkness.
Do not forget.
No, it's not stupid. Shut up, Mom.
It's different from us.
What do you mean by that?
Ansem's my favorite cryptic asshole. Like, I still don't know what his plan is, and we're like 9 games in.
Oh, is it Ansem? Is Xehanort? Ansem? Nobody's costume?
Ansem, Xehanort, nobody's. At least the no. Xehanort was simple. Xehanort wanted the Keyblade. Easy to understand.
Something about darkness.
I don't know what the fuck Ansem wants. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I don't know why he's doing it.
He wanted a heart, Chris.
Like, as far as I know, Ansem wanted to study the darkness or something. Like, that was the entire extent of Ansem. Like, I have no fucking clue what this dude wants.
Well, Ansem is actually Xehanort.
No, Ansem is the reincarnation of Xehanort in the body of Terra. Kind of, but he was also cloned, so I don't know whose body he's cloning. But
and you thought it was confusing then. Wait for this game, because it gets even more confusing.
It's not that it's confusing, it's that I literally don't know what he's doing. Like, I can't even be confused on what he's trying to do, I just don't know what the fuck it is. Like, I just don't fucking know.
I don't think he actually has a plan for us.
No, I don't think he does. I think he's just doing shit. I think he's just being cryptic and doing shit. I have no idea what his fucking game plan is. He's like Vladimir Putin. I don't know what the end goal is, but he's doing shit.
Oh god, it's so fucking true.
The most dangerous man alive is the one where you don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah?
Because when you know what it's doing, you can, formulate some sort of strategy. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, and I think that's the scariest part that everybody's worried about. They're like, what is this man trying to do? I'll tell you what this man is trying to do. He's trying to be a fucking meme lord, and he's doing a really bad job at it.
I would argue he's doing a great job at
That's
that.
true. That's true.
He's doing an awesome job at being a meme lord. I would argue he's doing a terrible job doing the thing he actually wants to do.
Yeah. Conquering a country.
Yeah, conquering. I think he's doing a really half-assed job of it. See, here's the thing. To be completely fair, that should have been a steamrolling. With the amount of power and money that they have, it should have been a steamrolling. The fact that it's not really shows how, like, fucking bad they are at what they're doing. Yeah, unprepared. How, like, really, like, unthought out this really was.
I think they did think it was going to be a steamroll.
Yeah,
that's why they didn't prepare for it not to be.
Yeah, exactly. I think the irony here is the fact that, like, let's be honest, Russia will, if they just drag it out for as long as possible, Russia will win. Eventually. Mainly because, why even put an invisible wall there? But
yeah, like, that was something I was like, really? You're doing that?
Like, Russia will win eventually, mainly because of the fact that, like, they just have way more money. Like, that's just how it is. Like, I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, and I'm not saying it's right, but what I am saying is money is power, and Russia has a fuck ton of money. It's literally, like, triple the economic power of the country they've invaded. It's not like it's gonna be like oh yeah. That being said,
it's wrong.
It's completely wrong, and there have been situations where ragtag forces have beaten much bigger militaries. So it's possible.
Like this place?
Yes. So
like good old USA!
Yeah, so it's totally possible. But it's not gonna be easy. Really, I think it comes down to is how long is Russia willing to drag it out? And unfortunately for Ukraine, I think Russia, especially now that they already have all the sanctions, I think Russia is very willing to drag it out as long as they want.
And another thing is, you know, they're always, the Russian oligarchy and Putin and all these guys, they're like, it's not really affecting us, all these sanctions, but it is kind of, you know?
I mean, see, I hate this argument where they're just like...
Sanctions don't do enough.
Well, it's not that sanctions don't do enough, because, like, the only other option... Because here's my problem with sanctions.
The only other option is full-on war.
Yeah. So here's my problem with sanctions, because there's always two people. It's always sanctions don't do enough, and then people who are like, sanctions are immoral. And I'm just like, both you people are fucking insane. Because, one... The sanctions aren't enough people. It's like, alright, it's either sanctions or we go to war with them. And frankly, like, why?
Why would we go to war?
Yeah, why would we do that when we don't really need to? You can just put pressure on them economically.
And we are doing a lot of that.
Very effective.
And we are doing a lot of that.
Yeah, and then the second thing is the people who are just like, it's immoral because it hurts the people more than it hurts the government. It's like, that's true, but also, like, you can't just do nothing. Yeah, like...
That's kind of the point. You get the people annoyed enough that they'll make change.
Yeah,
people will make change.
Well, see, the argument is that sanctions don't work on dictatorships, which I would argue is 100% true, because, like, they have all the guns. See, sanctions would work great in America, because Americans have guns. So if the government gets sanctions and the people don't like what the government's doing, the people can do something about it. We can, you just load a couple bang shots at a fucking government building and all of a sudden people are listening to you. Just saying. But when their entire argument is, hey, we don't like what you're doing that, and then the fucking monarch is like, yes, I understand your plea, it's open fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand where you're coming from, but I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, So sanctions work better on societies of people who are actually democratic and vote for their systems, and also have the ability to forcefully take it back if they have to.
Wait. Are you saying Russia is a dictatorship, Chris?
I'm saying yes. I'm saying it's a very... It's a dictatorship, but it's not a monarchy.
It's a democracy in name.
It's a democracy dictatorship. They vote for the person they want to be their dictator.
Yeah, and they only have one option.
And it's not at all rigged for one person to win.
And they only have one option.
And his political rivals don't ever just vanish or get murdered.
No,
it's
Chris,
never happened.
The term is they just leave.
Yeah.
They don't disappear, they just leave, Chris.
Yeah, they just go away. As all people do. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're running for a political race and you just have to vanish off the planet never to be seen again.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
You just disappear.
Yeah, we've all been there.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes. Yeah, we've all been there. Don't worry about it. It's alright, though. Now that we have sanctions, it's only pushed the bond between Russia and China even closer, and Russia and North Korea even closer. I mean, the second one really doesn't matter because North Korea has nothing, but the China one might be a problem in the future. that might be an issue.
No.
I love China's argument, which is just like, they're just like, we're playing fair and balanced, we're doing both trades with Russia and the Ukraine. Granted, we don't normally trade with the Ukraine anyways, but if they wanted to trade with us, then we would trade with them. We're being fair and balanced.
Yeah, we're not doing anything wrong.
And I'm just like, oh, Russia. I'm like, oh, China. You fucking... Oh, you.
You're not 100% wrong.
I mean, technically...
But you're not right.
It's like, technically I can't argue with you, because technically you're right, but... It's so funny. I love it. I also love it because when it started, they were just like... China was just like... See, this is what's going to happen to Taiwan. What Russia's doing to Ukraine is exactly how we're gonna take Taiwan. And, like, Russia's been doing fucking terrible at taking the Ukraine, and now China's just like, we don't talk about it anymore. There's nothing to do with Taiwan.
No, we never, nothing. Nothing. No, you're wrong. That's the fairy godmother.
Honestly, Taiwan would have an easier time putting up a fight than the Ukraine because fucking China needs to go across the ocean. It's so much easier to defend when you have an ocean between you.
Yep.
That's right. And I'm afraid that I have grave news. Good Geppetto went off to look for Pinocchio, and he was swallowed by a whale named Monstro.
What?
Shit. What?
Have you told
Oh no, wait, we already played the game where he did that.
Yes. And when I told them Geppetto was still alive inside the whale and at the bottom of the sea, those two little ones ran off at once. They're very determined to save him.
You know what I wonder?
What?
Do you think Geppetto was named Geppetto because of the thing that we're both thinking about? Or do you think that Geppetto existed first, and then for some reason it was the name that was used for that later?
Probably that one.
I would assume it's the second one.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then someone really didn't like Geppetto from Pinocchio when he named it.
Yes.
Goodbye, Jimmy.
Goodbye.
He just yeets himself off a fucking cliff.
But I'm with you.
Oh my god, I was fucking right. I was kidding. I was fucking kidding.
Chris is just like, yeah, he's gonna yeet himself off that. Fucking yeets himself off it.
Oh my god, alright. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really see that coming. Oh, fucking hell. Alright. I think this is the funniest shit I've seen in this game since the Tinkerbell upskirt.
Funniest fucking shit in the world. Turned himself into a fucking pickle, Chris.
Turned himself into a fucking pickle. Funniest shit I've ever seen. I don't know why that caught on so much.
The pickle Rick?
Yeah. Like, there was people, like, there was people at back when I used to work at the restaurant, there were people who worked at the restaurant with me who I know has never seen an episode of Rick and Morty in their life who were quoting Pickle Rick. And I'm like, how the fuck did this catch on?
Because you need an IQ of 2 billion to watch Rick and Morty, Chris. That's why.
I mean, yeah, but, like, they didn't watch it, which makes me, like, very curious, like, how the fuck... I mean, I guess other people in the restaurant were probably quoting it and it caught on, but, like, it's just so weird.
I don't understand it either, man. It's fucking bizarre. All I know is the funniest shit in the world.
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Turned himself into a fucking pickle.
Turned himself into a pickle. Funniest shit I've ever seen, Derek. I love the meme that came from it later. I like the meme that came from it later more, which is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Because it all spawned from, like, the joke of, like, it's all started from the joke where he's like, I'm gonna be telling my grandkids about this. I'm gonna be, like, sitting on the couch as, like, an 80-year-old man telling my grandkids, like, and then he turned himself into a pickle. funniest shit I've ever seen. And they're gonna be like, shut up, granddad. I want to go back into the virtual world. See, that, you know what? That's what I'm more curious about, Derek. Do you think that by the time we have grandkids, our grandkids are going to live in the digital worlds?
Digital monsters.
Digital the champions?
Yes.
Honestly, I don't think so, but I do think it would be hilarious if it ended up being true. Then again, technology... Here's the thing, right? Is technology has a weird way of advancing way faster than we expect, but not ever in the way we want it to. You know what I mean?
Yes, actually, I know exactly what you mean.
Like, it's all like, we're gonna have video calling in the future, and then it's like... And then we get, like, Skype. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Where it's like, yeah, we got it, but it wasn't as fast as we thought we were gonna get it, and it's also not as good as we thought it was gonna be. Yeah, it's like, it's not as cool as it was when we got it. It's always... That always gets me, is the thing that's just like... You see things in, like, sci-fi movies, and you're like, that's so fucking cool, and then when we get it, we're like, this is kind of pointless, actually. Like, it's just as easy as, like, before I had this. Like, it really adds nothing.
Guy had, like, one fucking health left, and he runs off to live another day.
Yep, you got fucked, dude.
Get fucking cucked, bro!
That was my favorite, Video calling is absolutely my favorite, because it's one of those things that's just like, now we can have video calls, and now what does everyone do when they take a video call? They leave the camera off.
Oh my god, I love it. It's so true.
Because, like, no one wants to get all fucking dolled up for a goddamn call.
Yeah, I don't want to put pants on.
Yeah. It's like, you telling me I need to wear a shirt for this and remove my BDSM gear? No, thank you. Camera off, please.
So, I feel like if I continue, we're gonna get more cutscenes.
I feel like if we continue... Yeah, I don't know where I was going with it anymore. You're probably right. You want to call it?
Wow.
What is this star? If there's a save point.
I'll go back to the last one.
Alright.
Because I know this game, and they're going to be like, hey, here's 4 minutes of cutscenes, and I'm going to be like, okay, well, we have 3 minutes left.
Yeah, that's true. We'll have to backtrack, save our progress. We'll backtrack, save our progress, delete everything, start over from scratch.
The whole channel. It'll only last a year. Because everything is fleeting.
We'll move everything back to DJ Diz Jones. Back to the old channel. No. Delete everything and put it back.
We'll do what Markiplier did. We'll have a channel for only a year.
Unus Annus?
Yep.
Metamore or whatever. I forget what the saying is, and the funny part is when he said it, I was just like, that's the Persona 3 thing! It's Italian for always remember that you will one day die.
Yes.
Which is my favorite saying ever.
You gotta have that on your fucking tombstone if you get one, Chris.
I do. I want that on my fucking tombstone.
Although I feel you're gonna be like, fucking burn me and throw me in a ditch somewhere.
No, if I die an excruciating death, right? Like, if I, like, get hit by a train or something, I want on my tombstone to say he lived how he died in pain.
Yes. Oh, fuck yes. Absolutely yes.
But my sister's a terrible person. My sister wants to put on my mother's tombstone, fucking, so-and-so, and then just who? And I'm just like, oh, you're so mean. So I can't remember. I was just like, Jesus.
Oh my god, that is 100% what she would do. Oh no, he pooped on me. Okay.
Alright. We're gonna have to call it here, though. See you guys then. Peace.